does the space matter? The pace that I use when I'm walking? Can it be a leisure walk?
As long the distance matters.
It's the distance?
The distance matters.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes, of course, during this Christmas, you don't have to push yourself, but just walk, relaxed, walk. But of course, not like so slowly, but just a normal walking.
And at least a brisk walk.
Yeah, but you don't have to rush or hurry up. And later on, after festive season, and you don't want to run, you can walk, but a little bit more engaging walk.
All right, Cecil, you've shown us some exercises here, but we have different body types. You may have somebody who possibly may not even be able to do what you've done now, maybe because they are quite heavy. Are there alternatives that one can use?
Yeah, there are alternatives that one can use.
Yeah,
for example,
let's
talk about the squat, for example. Most people, as they begin their squat, they normally can't go all the way down. Because of either their weight, it's a big problem, so too much pressure on the knees. A half squat is acceptable. You can do a half squat. They're straining. The same amount of strain they have is the same amount of strain the one who can do the full squat to all the way down has.
Okay.
For the push-ups, I've already shown the two variations. There's the one you do straight and the one you do on your knees. The one you do on your knees with palms slightly outside, wider than your shoulder width, are easier, as opposed to the one up and in and dropping down and up. That one is a bit more difficult.
Okay.
So basically, the biggest challenge that we usually have with weight are at the joints. Your shoulder joint or your knee joint can't really carry the weight that you have properly. So you have to modify that. For high impact, for injuries, for example, you have a problem with your knees. You can't do the jumping jacks. Step out, step in. Step out, step in. Even if your body weight is that slightly higher. Stepping out and stepping in is a little bit more intense. You find a client who's able to do that and it's their first time in the gym. They do it for a minute, non-stop, they're really sweating. So you can modify each kind of workout depending on the injury level, fitness levels. All
right, Lorna, we also have now the use of technology. And for instance, when somebody's going on holiday, most phones now, or even watches, will come with maybe a pedometer, one that counts your steps, gives you. Do those help?
I like something when you go out and train, or you need to go out and exercise. You can use those things when you're a professional athlete. If you really want to see, okay, how many kilometers I did today, how many speed I was doing. You can do that as an elite, but really as a recreational athlete, I don't see the reason why. I think you should go out there. The most important for a sustainable, let's call it sustainable fitness, is that you have to have fun and don't put yourself like you are in prison. You need to be looking forward to go out there and have fun. And during having fun, you are exercising at the same time. So many people are really into, like I have mine now, TomTom, which is also doing navigation for cars, but this is such a high level. And if I want to know what is my heart rate, okay, I prefer to have an heart rate monitor, because especially for people who are a little bit overweight, so that you don't overdo yourself. So heart rate monitor sometimes.
That can help.
That can help a lot.
What should be a healthy heartbeat for somebody, regardless of your weight? 72, is it 72
No,
beats
it
per
varies.
minute?
Everybody is different, and they have to get an official declaration from the doctor, and everybody varies. Sometimes when I'm sitting down, I'm 39, and somebody would say, oh, you're going to die the next minute.
It's too slow.
It's too slow. So this all varies, but the most important is to work out in a comfortable zone. Don't over-push yourself, because when you push yourself, you don't have fun anymore, and you don't enjoy exercise. And that's the biggest mistake people do. Also at the gyms, if I go to the gym, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's going to break their backs now. And I cannot say anything. Sometimes I have to say if I have seen the person doing more than, if I've seen.
They should.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I think you're going beyond, because this is too dangerous.
Is there a way of somebody knowing that they're actually overdoing it? Because this may be out of pressure. Maybe a doctor has given you a report and told you need to lose 5 kilos, so that pressure is behind you and you're overdoing it. Or others, it may just be, I need to fit into that dress for my wedding.
And a lot of that happens with women who wants to fit a dress for wedding.
For the wedding.
It is crazy. But again, what I'm trying to, I think more of awareness is so important. And people, the world we are living now and the Kenya we are living now, everything is going so fast, and people want to compare each other with the other one and
Correct.
the other one and the other one. And sometimes I say, live your life and be sustainable and live a healthy lifestyle. And when you start to doing exercise, you really have to watch out, because if you overdo it, then you get injuries, you
Right.
get health problems. So I would suggest that when you are in pressure, if you know you are going to do something, as Kenyan way, we are always last minute.
Right.
But try to plan yourself that you start a little bit earlier, give yourself time. And, like traffic jam in Kenya, in Nairobi, if you want to be somewhere in time,
Toka mapema.
Toka mapema. So even if you know, I want to lose this weight, toka mapema and give yourself time so that at the end of what you are expecting to your target, you are having fun and you want to continue. You don't want to say, it was killing, I stop, I don't do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more about gaining health as opposed to losing weight. You
Yeah.
want to gain health.
Yeah.
All right, Cecil, she's mentioned and talked about injuries, and sometimes we injure ourselves in the gym trying to get ourselves fit. What are some of the things that possibly one should look out for not to get those injuries?
Number one, just like I told you, the first month you're coming into the gym, basically as a fitness coach, what I'll do is condition you for the workouts, for the real session that we're about to begin. I'll put you probably on a 12-week session. The first 4 weeks, you'll be conditioned. I'll condition your joints, I'll condition your muscles. Because most people get into the gym, they are not conditioned to work out. They jump onto the weights, begin squatting heavy, put a lot of pressure on your knees, boom, injuries. They get into the gym, begin lifting the heavy deadlifts, lower back not prepared, injuries. So the biggest mistake that people make, they don't learn fast. And they start too hard and too fast, which is not advisable. Eventually, it's about your health, just like you've said. It's about your health. It's long-term. And it's about bringing out the best version of yourself, not comparing yourself to anybody else.
Okay.
So you come in, you learn fast. You condition yourself, then you begin.
Right. So key thing here, and the other thing that you'll find is that many outlets that we have now do not have trained instructors. Because you go in and you really don't understand, when you're told to stretch this way, you don't know what muscle you're stretching, you don't know which way. How do I identify a trained and a qualified instructor?
It's a really big problem, and if you're really serious, you could inquire with the manager or the owner of the facility if you could get a trained instructor or facilitator to go with you throughout your program, because it's very important. Because
is there certification that one can ask for before?
Personally,
I would say, actually, he talks on what is given by papers here. I come from experience.
Yes, for you to experience.
And I want to say that we still have major problems in trainers still have to think out of the box. And most of the people, most of the trainers are men, more or less.
Right.
And the most important thing they want to do is gain big muscles. And for me, I would say longevity, where you train a whole body. And in training a whole body, you will also go reach into working on your muscles, and it will be more effective.
Right.
And they still have a long way to go, that they really have to learn this and not push people, because most of the women I've met, they are like, okay, you go to these gyms, and then the most important, I've seen them stretching people way overboard.
Right.
So I think there should still come a lot of awareness in fitness, and that's one of the reasons that Lona Sports decided to start a training program. We now help the team from CPK to get fit, and they are very happy, and with not a lot of stress, people having fun, they still get fit. And also, as Cecil say, at Galleria, at our shop, we have also a symbol. We don't have a gym. You don't really need a gym. You just need studio. You light weights and cardio, something sustainable, where if you don't have a gym, you can also do it at home. So we still have a long way to go. And not that I really appreciate that everybody is doing everything.
They're trying what they can.
But they have to look on more than putting heavy muscles. They have to look more on cardio.
Okay. Cecil, we also have an introduction into the market of videos of different trainers, you know, Shanti and the likes, where you can literally just pop your video into the player and work out as you watch. What's your take on those?
I'm a big fan of Shanti and what he does.
Okay.
The good thing about him is that he structures his videos. Now the bad thing about the person buying the video, he has his 5-day program, his 1-month program. You begin this way and this way and this way. The bad thing about the person popping in the video, they might pop in the video and go directly to high intensity.
Right.
Because you know, Kenyans and immediate results.
They want
and big
instant,
picture.
We're instant community.
Yeah.
They'll pop in the high intensity, immediately injure yourself. If you follow the program specifically the way he advises you to follow it, from day one, begin with your stretches and your very low impact activity, then it becomes very good. But if you pop in the video and begin at day 60, and it's a 90-day program.
High impact.
Yeah, where it's high impact, you're already conditioned and your body is ready for the high impact, then it becomes a problem for the client. So it depends on the client. For them, they're doing a good job.
Okay.
But so for the client, it's a
Be
big
careful
problem.
where you start
be
off.
careful. Start off from the day one. Don't start off from day 30 or day 50. Start off
And
from
unfortunately,
day
you know, many of us probably get these videos from not very reliable sources.
Exactly.
So you're not even sure what part of the program you're buying. And that, I'm sure, could be a
Yeah, that's a
problem.
big problem too, because most people are just downloading them. And if you don't buy it from their company, from the company that produces it, download it, you'll get a few clips.
Okay.
You won't get the notes. Comes with a nutritional guideline, you won't get the guideline. Yeah.
So you're doing half of it and maybe it may not be that good.
It's
Now, Lorna, you
detrimental.
talked about something important, and this is to do with enjoying your workout. Many of us find it a pain, to a point where even going to the gym becomes psychologically, you really don't look forward to it. How do I ensure that I enjoy? I mean, when I look at you marathon runners running, it looks so effortless. You think, how is it that you've done 42 kilometers or 21 kilometers?
Have springs in your
and
legs.
you still get to the end and you have energy to smile and, you know, greet everybody. How do I enjoy my workout?
If you see most of the elite athletes, they have also a plan. Like when they are starting the season, they don't go for speed works. They don't run around the track like 60 minutes. So you build up. We have like 3 months, like 2 months of just building up. You even start with walking and then start jogging. And if you see the jogging we are jogging, I can jog with you and
I'll be comfortable.
You will be very comfortable. So the most important for people is to learn how. It's a learning process. This is a learning process. And you have to learn how to bring yourself into that level that you will enjoy, and by starting slowly. Again, everything we go by moderation.
Right.
It's how you are eating, eat in moderation, but also when you are doing exercise,
Start
do
it
in moderation.
slowly.
And as you start your exercise, don't come back home again and say, okay, I did so much, and then you have to eat so much. So everything is moderation, moderation, moderation together. Diet is going together with exercise. And you will reach a point where you are so comfortable, and then you get addicted. And one of the things I found out with running, most of the people we work together in Kenya, is that they say running is addictive. And I was telling them it is addictive. But they started very slowly. They build up very slowly. Start with stretching first. Don't go run immediately.
Right.
And when you run, I give examples to people like start 30 seconds, jog, and then 2 minutes walk. Learn your body how to jog, because maybe you have never done this. But if you run 5 kilometers ago, you will never run that 5 kilometers anymore. I know we have the First Ladies Half Marathon coming soon next year, and then everybody wants to be part of it.
You want to be part of it, and you're joining it maybe a week before.
Yeah,
you know, it
so
happens.
we really have to start early, start with stretching, start with exercise, conditioning yourself, and then walk before you even jog.
Okay.
And then later on, after you walked enough, about 8K, 10K comfortably, then you
Then you can now begin
include some jogging, like 30 seconds, and then build up to 1 minute, and then build up to 5 minutes.
Gradually increase.
Gradually.
Now, since we are talking about holiday exercise and how one can stay fit despite the fact that you're on holiday, are there some activities maybe that as a family you can do together here? You have children, you have everybody, so you don't want to, take yourself away to the gym, even if you're at a hotel where there's a gym, or to go and specifically do exercises. Are there things that are fun that one can do with the family but still get your cardio?
Yeah. Basically, I love children. Children, once you put children outside, they play, they'll run around. Go out with your kids, play with them, throw a ball into the mix, play soccer with them, throw a net into the mix, play badminton with them. Kids will play, they'll do whatever. play whatever game you can do with them. You'll get your cardio in. By the time you're done playing with the kid, it'll be 1 hour, 30 minutes. If you had a calorie...
You'll probably be panting.
Yeah, if you had a calorie counter, you'd probably be hitting maybe 800 calories. That's good. That's better than somebody who's been in a 30 minutes aerobic session in a gym. So basically, if you have a family, if it's a big family, in Africa, most of us congregate during Christmas. If it's a big family, go out with the kids. Kids never lack ideas. You don't have to go down, have a piece of paper and write down workout ideas. Just go out with your kids, throw in a ball in the mix. It'll be 2 hours, you'll have exhausted yourself.
Okay.
You'll have burnt calories.
All right. Lorna, calorie counting, and he brings this to the fore. How do you count your calories? And I've seen people sometimes literally, I have a friend who literally weighs everything they eat. They go to the shop, you have to read all those small print, and that honestly can be too much. How do I count my calories?
I would say for calorie taking, and most of the advice I give to people, I say, okay, like now it's Christmas festivity season. There are lots of sweets. I would say limit yourself to sweet, not like over, 2-3 bites. Not the whole cake. Take a piece of cake.
Just take a piece, small piece.
Just a small piece. Take care. We take a lot of sugar. Like in a tea, 1 cup of tea, you find people putting like 4 teaspoons
of sugar. Yes.
Of sugar. So limit yourself. That's how you can really reduce your calories without reading all these things. And again, I mentioned about sustainability. A healthy lifestyle has to be sustainable. It should not be going crazy, like counting. Watch on fried stuff. If you do it, don't overdo it. Do just 1 or 2 bites, and that's done for the taste for now. But later on, eat a bit more healthier, more fruits, more salads, more healthy food, ugali. People are always saying too much proteins or whatever, but for me, I mix it nicely because I do a lot of exercise, and you also need a little bit of carbohydrates for you to exercise.
Right.
So I would say mix it good, more vegetables and more fruits and more brown beans. Meat, you limit yourself a little bit, not too much.
I think
meat.
the key word here that I hear all through is moderation.
Yeah.
Moderation. So make sure you're moderate. Now, we need to wind up, and for me, I want to start my exercise right here. For you who are going to wait for next year, shauri yenyu. But for me, okay, my microphone is here, but maybe I can lose my tie. Now, tell me about sport reduction. Because for me, I would want to reduce this sport.
Big myth.
Specifically.
Big myth.
That's a myth. It doesn't happen.
Doesn't
I was hoping that with the exercise you'll show me now, maybe there can be some sport reduction.
The bad thing about the fat, when it comes to sport reduction, weight loss, fat.
Okay,
you cannot
let me just get rid of this, if I can, and see whether, but I have too many.
You have too many gadgets.
Too many gadgets behind here, which would probably not allow me. Okay, yeah. So for me, I'd want to lose this spot here.
That's basically a lot of fat. You cannot lose fat in one area.
Be nice. Be nice. Yeah, can you just
let me be the real trainer. Let me be the real
trainer.
Call it
insulation.
Let me be the real.
Don't call it fat.
Let me be the real trainer. Hit you with the facts in your face. Okay. That is basically just a lot of insulation.
Insulation. Yeah, I prefer the word
insulating your body from heat.
It's
from too much cold.
From too much, yes,
from too much
especially
cold,
in winter.
So basically, you cannot lose all that.
Okay.
And you have to hit a lot of cardio.
All right.
To lose that.
Aerobics?
Aerobics is good. Basically, aerobics is cardio because aerobics is exercising using oxygen. That's the definition of aerobics.
Okay.
So it's cardio. Run, if you can run.
Okay.
A lot. That's good. Walk. Start by walking.
All right. I'll definitely be walking a lot more.
And then after it's gone down a bit, now we can go down here.
Okay.
But now you can show you how you should not do it wrong.
Yeah.
When
now
you
you
start
can.
with this.
Now you can go down.
This is me beginning. Despite the fact that I have my jacket here and this insulation. So
now you can go down. Bend your knees. Step on the mat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
step on the mat.
Like this.
Yeah. Now we can start with one ab workout. The common one, the crunches. The crunches. You're not doing one. We're doing like 50.
What am I supposed
crunches
to do?
up and down.
Come up.
Yeah, lift your upper body
so
up.
This is Bramwell. This is where you get the cameras off and off camera. So you guys will see on Worldview.
Yeah, up, tap my arms, down. 2, up, tap my arms, down. Nice. 3, tap my arms. 4, 5. You're already tired. It's already cardio.
No, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
7.
I'm good.
And the funny thing, when you're doing that, you're only working this, the upper abs.
Just
now for the lower abs, you need to Straighten your legs, lift them up and down. Don't let them touch the ground.
And
Down.
as you do that, make sure you don't have a hollow.
An arc. Yeah, make sure you don't have the arc
Behind
under your back. Yeah.
All right.
Keep your lower back safe.
And the most easiest that you can really do is ride a bike when you are laying down.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
air
just-
cycles.
Oh, I cycle, air cycle.
Air cycle.
That is the most easiest. And make sure that you don't have any hollow on your back.
And make sure you're
Yeah.
smiling.
All right.
And make sure you're smiling.
Smile right now with me. Pushing it. All right, please get the AC on. I think this is where we wind up. I need to get ready for World View. It's not that I'm tired. It's not that I'm tired. Just to be very clear, it's because I have to get World View on. That's why I've stopped this exercise regime. But listen, let's stay fit over Christmas. This is where we wind up Morning Express. Do have yourselves a wonderful day, but do stay with us right here on KTN News. Coming up next is World View. Lorna, thank you. Cecil, thank you so much. All right. Whew. Thank you. Thank you. I tell you what. I'm already beginning right there. So, asanteni sana. I think that went well. Yes. I actually live very near Galleria, so I'll pass by the studio and
Please,
see.
see him
I'll pass
all the
by
time.
and see what you have.